Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back into Montana. And not only that, but I've got a game for you guys that you're just gonna have to watch. And it's one of those games that while the damage totals don't equal up to being anything special, it is one of the most satisfying games that I've had in the Montana. And I hope you guys are ready because it's going to be fun. So we're spawning in shards, and for once I'm not in the B spawn, I'm on the A spawn. And so we're going to try to push forward. Now, you're going to see that I'm going to be slightly AFK for a couple of seconds here because I was literally just reading my cell phone at the time. But right about the time we get our guns loaded, I wake up and actually start doing things. Which is, you know, par for the course for everybody else on my team usually, so why should it make any difference that I do it once? But we're going to push forward towards A. Our destroyer is going to drop some torps and then run away. Our carrier is going to spot for us, which is actually key because he does help quite a bit here, at least in the detecting sense. I don't know how much he actually gets done, but he detects initially, which helps me out quite a bit because I know where people are. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. So, right off the bat, you see I wake up, we're headed towards A, we're going to do what we got to do. I look at my Shima and I just start shaking my head because, honestly, what else is new at this point? I'm used to it. So we're going to put our crosshairs out here for the Conqueror. Conqueror's going to have me spotted initially, and I'm spotted line of sight. I'm not spotted by the carrier. So I know there's DDs in the area. Obviously, there's a DD in the Alpha Cap right now. So I got to watch out for that. You can see I'm measuring up the Conqueror here. It looks like he's starting to turn in, however, and we're also going to turn in, try to negate as much as we can. He gets a couple thousand off of us, we get a couple thousand off of him, and, you know, it's a pretty even trade. Of course, I say pretty even trade, and the, I'm assuming Parsifal comes over, drops a armor-piercing bomb on me, and gets a Citadel, and knocks out my engine, so I have to use my damage con, which is real unfortunate, but notice my destroyer friend over here is spotted. And that is solely due to my carrier, I think. And maybe it was the other destroyer that went across, but I just gave the credit to the carrier. But look at my ammo choice. Given the fact that there was one guy in A already captured the base and the other guy is just getting into A, I'm assuming there's two destroyers here and only one battleship. So it's time for me to get my booty ready to fight some destroyers. Immediately. And so immediately, you see, we got a Kagero spotted, 5.3 kilometers. We think we can hit him with the rear guns. We're going to fire the whole salvo just in case the front guns clear the island. He opens up enough that I'm confident we're going to do some damage.
God!
We only hit him for about 4K.
No, God, please, no!
But you can see we still keep the HE loaded because you know he's going to rush me. And look at me immediately go into full speed ahead. Torpedoes coming from the freaking carrier. Don't arm because he dropped them like as soon as they came over the island. But we're going to use this island to protect us from the Kagero. Kagero's coming around. We're about to be loaded. He's full broadside. You know he's going to be dropping torpedoes. And we're going to go ahead and dev strike him real quick just to get rid of him. And you got to love that. And then, of course, because we're using the island as cover, he dumps all of his torpedoes into the island. Now, Conqueror over here is broadside on. Unfortunately, I have HE loading, and I don't want to switch over and do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit him with HE for this salvo. And we're going to get a great freaking result out of the HE as well. He does basically no damage to us. We're going to aim high up into the superstructure, see if we can't get a good hit, and we get a double fire and a decent little chunk of damage. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to AP because he's going to give us a broadside again. The guy doesn't want to come directly at us bow in. He doesn't want to sling it out. He knows he's not going to win that fight. Even with his heal, he's not likely to win that fight. So he's going to go ahead and try to turn out. And as soon as he does, guess who's sitting here waiting with AP loaded? He hits me real hard through the bow, which is to be expected when you've got a Conqueror with Big 7. He smashes us pretty good. But we're going to go ahead and punch him right through the side. 23,000 damage done. And that pretty much convinces him he doesn't want any part of this. He hits me for 10k, I hit him for 23. Bit of a difference. But that has convinced him that he needs to run away. Now, obviously, watch what's about to happen. We're contested, right? Conqueror is leaving the base. We're still contested, which means that other destroyer is nearby. So we gotta be ready. We gotta be ready just in case we get a YOLO rush. And sure enough, the destroyer is about to YOLO rush us. Conqueror is completely out of base. We know that the base is contested, so we know there's a destroyer here. The carrier has decided he doesn't want to lose any more planes to me, so he flies his planes away from me. And as we start to push forward, we're about to go head-to-head with our second full-health destroyer at close range. Hello, ZF6. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you dropping in, and I have armor-piercing loaded, so being bow-in and slightly angled, probably not your best bet, as we absolutely Thanos snapped that man out of existence. He's gone. Just straight up. Showcasing that you can, in fact, depth strike destroyers with AP in a battleship, especially if you got 12 shells and it's a very accurate battleship like the Montana and the Kansas are. So, if you have to use AP, by all means, use AP. If you know you're going to be in a fight with a destroyer, HE is probably going to be your best bet. And wait until they try to drop their torps. When they open that angle, that's when you hit them with the HE. Don't fire the HE at their bow if you can get away with it, unless you can shoot them from distance and then get loaded by the time they come at you. But what you want to do is put yourself in a position where when they go to torp you, they open that angle, that you're able to take full advantage, get a full broadside of HE into their broadside. Usually it's a death. With the exception of a few very high health destroyers like a Kaba or a Z-23, those sorts of things. Delny, I would imagine, probably up there as well in hit points. The new tier 8s and stuff. But most destroyers, if you get a good shot like that, especially AP through the bow side plating like we just did on that guy, you're going to get full pins with a battleship on a freaking destroyer. Which means death. They just don't have the hit points. I mean, you saw we hit the freaking Conqueror's broadside with front guns only for 23,000 damage because of full pins. So, you can't play around. And if you do get those shots, you love it. And the Conqueror falls right into my trap. I was sitting here waiting for him. I knew he was going to come out chasing the carrier. And as soon as he does, we punch him right in the mouth. And we're angled. He fires AP, gets basically nothing out of it. So, and that's the end of the game. It really was that simple. It's a super quick game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the nice little depth strikes. It's satisfying to finally get to put those destroyers. And we get 3,100 base XP for it. 92,000 damage, 3,100 base XP because we get a solo cap and 2 depth strikes on destroyers. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.